All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. This is the 3 p.m. session. All right, this is the 3 p.m. session. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you guys are well. Hope you guys are ready. All right. Let's start by acknowledging the chat. Let's start off by acknowledging the chat. All right, where are we? Jules, welcome back. Tania, Petunia, Isham, Particles, Boosie, Jason, welcome back. Welcome back. We've got 21 people watching us live. We've got 8 likes. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, definitely. Let's click the like, the thumbs up, the thumbs up. Definitely. Let's subscribe. Hey, look, there's value in what we bring to you guys. All right. So let's just, before we even start, click on that subscribe if you have not. Click on that like. You know, that's how we do it. Wilbert, welcome back. Welcome back. All right. Yeah, no, I think I can sense the mood. I can sense the mood from here. I think we're all ready. We've had the morning one. We've had the morning session. We've had the 12 o'clock session. Yeah, I'm sensing that we are ready. We're excited. All right. So remember, before we get started, all the links are on the chat. If you want to open up an account, sign up for an account. This is our website, tdmarkets.com, www.tdmarkets.com. It is on the chat right now. The link is on the chat right now. For assistance, the contact details are also on the chat as we speak. All right. So let's get it started, guys. Let's get it started. We have been following a few setups. Young Sunny, I can see you. Welcome. We have been looking at just a couple of setups, right? Just a couple of setups. Let me just go back. Let's just go back, all right? We've been looking at a couple of setups. We're already 100%. The volume has gone down, guys, right? Not the volume of the music, but the volume in terms of the movements. The volume has gone down a little bit. We are seeing GBP USD still trading in the same place. Euro JPY still the same place. AUD JPY still the same place. So trading volumes the volume has gone down at this moment, all right? But we're going to start off by just doing a recap. If you've missed the first 2 sessions, we're just going to do a recap on what we spoke about. We have been talking about Euro USD. We looked at Euro USD, a possible buy on Euro USD. And the thought process here was that we want to see if it will come back to tap the zone. Right? That was the initial analysis, the thought process. We want to see if it will come back down to tap the zone. Look what happened, guys. It came back down to tap the zone. You see that? So then it pushed aggressively towards the upside. So Euro USD, this is how it is looking. As long as it doesn't break the zone, we are good for a long. We are good for a continuation. It is creating or forming a higher low around here. As long as it doesn't break through, we are good for some upside. All right. If you look at the M15 time frame, this actually turned into a pattern. It turned into a pattern, all right? So with Euro USD, we're looking for a break of this continuation pattern and then a push towards the upside. Now it's getting a lot more clearer. Remember, in the morning, it was just one candlestick that we saw. But now throughout the day, the pattern, developed. Now we can see things clearer now. All right. So Euro USD, this has not changed. We are looking for a continuation. I think this is going to take us into tomorrow, right? I think it's going to take us into tomorrow's price action. So Euro USD, we're looking for this continuation. This will be your simple break of the pattern, the simple break and continuation of the pattern. All right. So let's see what's going to happen. A simple break of the pattern. And obviously looking to break the structure here. All right, looking to break that structure there. Let's see what's going to happen. All right. We also spoke about GBP USD. GBP USD still trading on the same zone. Nothing has happened basically. Still trading on the same zone. I went in, I've been holding ever since, but we can see what's happening here, right? We can see that price has bounced from this demand zone, right? So for as long as price does not break below this demand zone, we're looking good for one more push up. We're looking good for one more push up. So here it's just consolidating at the moment. But the setup overall is still valid, right? It has not changed, still valid. So we're gonna keep an eye. If it breaks and goes down, then yeah, it's gonna change our setup altogether. So we spoke about Euro USD, GBP USD longs, and then before I even look at Euro Pound and CAD Yen, because those ones are a bit swings. Those ones are swings. Euro JPY, it's still correcting. Euro JPY is still correcting. All right, so nothing has happened. We spoke about a buy. We looked at a buy on Euro JPY. I still think that once this candle closes, we're gonna start to get our push towards the upside. All right, so let me just do this. Yeah, so this is now right now the higher low that has formed. Let me just zoom in. This is now the higher low that has formed right here, right? The low of this candlestick. So the next candlestick hasn't done anything, right? It hasn't done anything to invalidate the setup. We looked at the Fibonacci earlier on to see where the 50 is, right? So this 50 of the Fibonacci, we'll have to wait and see. It might try to tap the 50, right? It might just try to tap the 50 before it goes up, but we just have to wait and see. At the moment, we don't have a change of setup, right? We don't have a change of setup, so we'll see. But this Euro Yen, it might just go back to the 50, tap the 50, the area between 50 and 61.8. We might get a tap there. We'll just have to wait and see. All right? But yeah, but this one hasn't changed. We're still looking for upside. Young Sunny, I went in also. All right. And then we've got Euro JPY, right? Euro JPY, we spoke about price breaking, all right? Breaking and headed towards the upside. It broke. And then we are stuck in this candle now. So this break there, that's where my order was triggered. Now we've got this candle here, all right? So this is how things are looking at this point, all right? Nothing has changed. I just want to go back to Euro JPY. I also want to look at GBP JPY, all right? But let's do a quick rundown. So Euro USD, there's a correction here. There's a correction, just looking for the correction to complete, the pattern to complete, and for price to go up. We are taking this as a higher low, right? We're taking this as a higher low, all right? So yeah, as long as we don't break outside below this pattern here, we are good to go up. So we just need to wait for it, all right? The GBP USD also still consolidating. Nothing has moved so far, still consolidating. Euro Yen still correcting. AUD JPY still correcting, all right? So nothing has moved as yet. And then we spoke about some long-term movements, some swing opportunities on Euro GBP, all right? GBP, we're anticipating price to go back and retest that zone, all right? We can see where the market is right here. So we're anticipating, excuse me, we're anticipating price to reject this area and then go back to retest that, right? This one is still going to take a bit of time. I've got a buy limit. I've got a buy limit on 161.8. I've got a buy limit set on this extension, FIP extension 2, that 161.8, anticipating a bounce. Whoa. And, anticipating a bounce right there, right? And then looking for price to make its way towards the upside. All right. So we spoke about, so this one might take a bit of time. So we're just going to but this is what we're going to monitor throughout the week. And then CAD JPY, my goodness. You know, CAD JPY, I think this is one not to miss, because CAD JPY, it's about to complete and it's about to head back to these highs. That's where it's going to complete its current move, right? So this one is one we don't want to miss. We don't want to miss out. We spoke about this one, so we're just waiting for the break to happen. All right. So this is what you spoke about. This is how things are looking. Euro JPY hasn't moved. GBP USD hasn't moved. Euro USD hasn't really moved as well. All right. So it's been a slow day so far. It's a Monday. This is what usually happens on Mondays. All right. I just want to look at GBP JPY. I don't want to look at a lot of setups. All right. I've just been looking at GBP JPY on this push towards the upside. And it seems like there is some more upside that's coming on GBP JPY. All right. Obviously, we've got the break of structure, right? New structure. The overall trend and structure is bullish. So we want to catch some continuation. I'm on the 4-hour chart. I'm on the 4-hour chart, and we are seeing a bit of nice price action that one can use, right? So first of all, we have a retest here, right? If you take a look at this candle with the wick towards the downside, so price initially sold off, came back here, and then it started to rally towards the upside. All right, obviously breaking structure, we are seeing a series of higher lows forming there, right? That's a higher low, price went up, another higher low, now price is going up. So there's potential for upside on GBP JPY from where the market is to maybe around this area, right? From where the market is to maybe around that area. And before I continue, don't forget, very important, all right? Don't forget, very important, whatever you do with this information, it's on you, all right? We don't provide any advice. We do not provide any advice, all right? So there's potential for upside on GBP JPY from around this area, as long as we've got this week, here, right? What price would likely do here is that it would tap this zone again, because this week here is giving us this zone, right? That's where the pressure from the upside or to the upside started to come in. So what this candle can do, worst case scenario, if it doesn't go up now, what it could do is it could come back to tap this zone, anywhere just around this zone, and then continue pushing towards the upside. So we may get a test of this zone before price goes up. All right. I'm on the 4-hour time frame. The 1 hour, this is how the 1 hour looks like. So I'm going to use the 4-hour just to get some bias here. Looking at the overall structure, which is bullish, the bigger structure, it seems like the market has completed this correction. It seems like it. I'm looking at how we have this reversal, how we've got this reversal here, right? This is kind of like a head and shoulder, an inverse head and shoulder around this zone. So we may get a tap. We may get a tap of this before we push towards the upside. So this one is another one we might look at, but we'll see. It's another one we may look at. All right. So this would be together with AUD JPY, Euro JPY, GBP USD, Euro USD. So things are not moving at the moment. All right. Euro AUD. Let's have a look at Euro AUD. Euro AUD. It was pushing down short term the last time I saw it. I'm not sure what happened, the Euro AUD. Let's see. All right, let's do this. All right, so Euro AUD, what do we see on Euro AUD? Okay, so it seems like Euro AUD is setting up for upside. It seems like it's setting up for upside. All right, this is where it came from. All right, and then it changed the structure and then went bullish. So we have kind of like a double bottom here. So now at the moment, price is trading within the bullish structure. All right, where we saw break of structures, retests, break of structures, retests. We saw a break of structure right here, a retest, another break of structure. So price right now is retesting something. I just want to see what it's retesting, because the last time it went back to retest this zone here with this on this trend line. Right, so right now it seems like it's retesting something. I just want to check what it's retesting, because the behavior hasn't changed. It's still the same. All right, let me see the daily. Let's do this. Whoa. All right, there we go. Okay, I think looking at the current structure here, Euro AUD is setting up for one more push towards the upside. All right, if I look at the weekly, the 8-hour time frame, it would have been good if this came back down to tap this zone, but it's okay. It doesn't have to, but it would have been good. So how we're looking with this one is it is actually trading within this channel here. All right, which a breakout is more likely gonna happen here. So yeah, so that's how Euro AUD is looking. So what we are seeing here is that there's a possibility that it may start going up from this low, right? If it comes back for a retest, it might just retest this low. It could start going up, or if it breaks where it is and obviously break previous structures towards the upside, it could go there, right? There's a possibility that it could come back down one more time, just like what happened here, right? You see with this one here, it would have gone up from here. It would have gone up from here, but came back down one more time. So this possibility was also there. Okay, so yeah, so Euro odd seems like we're gonna go up because the structure hasn't changed. The structure is still bullish. So either we're gonna go up from here, or we're gonna break from where price is and then continue pushing up. It's all about following the structure. It's all about following the structure. All right, yeah, so that's how it's looking. That's how it's looking. I think it could be also a nice move for this week, going back to this high, going back to that high. All right, just a nice one, going back to this high. All right, great stuff. Let me see. All right, so we've gone through some setups from the morning. So then let's see what you guys have, right? So while we're waiting for, so we've got Euro AUD. I can see Peter, you've got Nasdaq there. Let's have a look at Nasdaq, right? So Nasdaq is, is just stuck in one place, right? I don't know if it's waiting the CPI, if it's waiting the Fed's testimony, but it's just been sideways, right? Trading in between this structure and this right here. Right, this is what it's doing at the moment. The last time we spoke about this, we looked at the possibility. So overall, this thing is still bullish overall, but we spoke about the possibility of price pushing up from these lows if it comes back down to these lows, or getting a break. I remember I showed you guys like a like a channel of some sort. All right, like a channel of some sort. So yeah, so this one is still sideways. I think let's just wait for it to break. If it breaks down, then it's coming back to this low first, right? It's most likely going to come back down to this low first before it goes up if it breaks down. But if it breaks up, it will be in line with the overall structure. It will be in line with the overall structure if it breaks up. Yeah, so there's really nothing much to do. I think this is waiting the CPI, US CPI data. It's also waiting the testimony from the Fed chair, the Fed chairperson, right? It's awaiting the testimony. So yeah, so we just have to wait and see. All right. What I would want here is for price to either come back down to this low for some buys or get a break where it is. Because we also have this, right? We also have this here, like this. You see that? So we'll just be looking for a push towards the upside. So yeah, let's wait for this one. Just give it maybe a day, an extra day. Maybe then we'll have to wait and see, right? You are on a buy on Euro Swiss. Let's have a look. Let's see. All right, so price broke that structure. So I can see here we had a higher low that formed, so we created this resistance here. Okay, yeah, it seems like this is gonna break to the upside. Seems like it's gonna break to the upside, and we have the 1.272 FIP extension and the 161.8 FIP extension. So a break towards the upside, it's more than likely gonna go to that 1.27 FIP extension. That FIP extension, or the 161.8 FIP extension. FIP extension. Seems like that is gonna go. Yeah, I think it seems like we're gonna break towards the upside, because we formed another higher low. We have formed another higher low here. So yeah, so the break here is imminent. It's imminent that we're gonna break. All right, yeah, so that's what's this? Euro Swiss. That's Euro Swiss. That's how we're looking with Euro Swiss. All right, that is Euro Swiss. So Euro odd, overall looking for a break up, but we may come back down here one more time. Before we break out. You know, depending on which structure you're gonna follow, this possible move to the downside can also be an opportunity, right? This short term, I'm using the word possible it's a possible move because it may or it may not happen. The overall structure is bullish. So these movements to the downside, they are possible, right? But the move we're looking for is this one. So if it doesn't go down where it is, then we're just going to focus on this move. So that's Euro AUD. Euro Swiss here. If you're already in Peter, I can see you're already in on a buy. Yeah, right. So just be wary of this resistance there. Of this resistance. But I can see that it formed a higher low here. So the pressure is still bullish. The pressure is still bullish. All right. So just a matter of time before we get the break. And then that 1.27 FIP extension, 161.8 FIP extension, those could be the targets. All right. So it's the US Open right now. Let's see. Nothing has happened. Nothing has happened. The US Open. Yeah, nothing has happened. You guys can see, right? Euro odd, we're still there. GBP USD, we're still there. Euro USD was still there. Nothing has moved. So we just have to wait, right? Gold and silver, we're gonna reserve these ones for tomorrow. Gold and silver, we're gonna reserve these ones for tomorrow. We do have a trading room, the CPI, right? The CPI trading room tomorrow, in fact. So at 2 p.m. So the CPI will be at 2 p.m. All right. So just watch out for that. Check GBP AUD in the morning. It was pushing up. Not sure about now. GBP AUD. Let's see. Yeah. So this one, I remember I spoke about. I once did an analysis on this one, and then I showed you guys that it's coming back to this high. Right. Looking at where it's coming from, it's most likely that it's gonna go back up to that high. So this move here going up, I don't think it's done, right? It doesn't look to be complete. We're anticipating it to go back up to that high. So let's see what has been happening on the lower time frames. I remember this one was pushing up sometime last week. It was pushing up. Let me just see if... There was a gap here. There was a gap around here. All right, so the price action is a little bit ugly now because of this gap. Otherwise, it would have looked good for some upside. All right, so this is what GBP AUD can do, right? So it can give us this formation. Right, it can give us this formation where we could see it come back down here first before we get a continuation, right? So if it's going to create this pattern, this is a pattern, right? It's a continuation pattern. If it's going to create this continuation pattern, then it looks set to come back down to this low before it goes up, right? So this would be the setup I would want to go with. So if this doesn't happen, right, I don't see anything that could push price up at this point except just price breaking out of this, right? We had the recent bounce there, a recent bounce towards the downside. So if this breaks out, then it could continue pushing from that point on, right? Either it's going to come back down here because of the pattern. So if it's going to form a pattern, a big pattern like this, then it's most likely going to come back down here first before it goes up. You see how it is? So that's how Euro AUD is looking. It's all about just waiting for this to give you and show you your setups. Right? So yeah. So yeah, so these are the ones I would I would usually get. These ones, I love these ones. I love this one. So GBP AUD, this is how it's looking, right? I think it's similar to Euro AUD. So Euro AUD and GBP AUD, they are correcting at the moment. After a new high, they are correcting, right? So once this correction is done, we're looking set for some upside. You see how it is? So that's how GBP AUD is looking. It's looking here. Yeah, so things are a little bit slow at the moment. We're still the CAD JPY and the Euro GBP. Those ones, I don't expect these ones to form today, right? I don't expect these ones to form today. But AUD JPY, we are there, waiting for Euro. Look at what Euro JPY is doing. Let me remove this. All right. So we're getting some sort of a, not confirmed as yet, but we're getting some sort of a rejection around this area. There. All right. So let's see if it will spike down one more time or just move from there. GBP USD, it's fighting. All right. It's fighting. Euro USD is fighting as well. So this hasn't changed. So I think let's keep an eye on Euro JPY, right? Euro JPY, we've got this zone here. So price is trading inside this zone at the moment, right? We just need, you see how it's testing the zone again. We need this to test the zone and then to clear out, to break out. That will be our continuation, similar to what AUD JPY is doing. So we just need this just to clear out of this. All right. The link tree is on the chat. There's a link tree there. If you guys, in fact, not if, but you guys should follow us on all social media platforms, right? Click on that link tree. It's going to give you the links to all our social media platforms. Make sure you follow us there. Get in touch with us, just know what we're doing, where we're doing it, when we're doing it, and what's coming. All right. Cool stuff. GBP JPY looking good. So far looking good. Yeah, Nasdaq, there's nothing on Nasdaq, right? We can see. Let's see what US 30 is doing actually. Let's see what US 30 is doing. Well, the US 30 structure is still bullish. All right. So think of looking for some continuations here. So there was a structure break, and then we are stuck in the zone here. There was a structure break here. Came back to tap that zone. So this should be a continuation towards the upside. Yeah. So it came back to tap the zone. So okay, so that's why US 30 is pushing up, because it initially invalidated these sellers. So there were sellers here. So you see this week, there was pressure from the sellers on this week, right? But price just broke above it to just wipe these sellers out. Came back for a tap. So the reason why it would be going up is because of this. It wiped out those sellers. There was thinking of coming in, or that came in, it wiped them out. So it needed to retest one more time. Just to validate that zone, and then from here on, anywhere from here on, we should be seeing USD, US 30 pushing up. You see that? So that is the theory behind behind this. Yeah, we should be seeing US30 pushing up, just like it's doing right now. Let's have a look. So according to the daily, US30 should be going back to this high. Should be going all the way back to this high, right? According to the daily. So there's still some opportunity for some upside. While Nasdaq is just ranging, US30 could be moving. All right. So let's see what's happening with this price action here. It's a bit of a mess, but we'll make sense of it. It's a bit of a mess. Yeah, it's a bit of a mess, but we'll make sense of it. Let me see this right here. Yeah, at the moment there's volume to the upside on USD, on US30. There's a momentum to the upside on this. All right. Yeah, so there's momentum towards the upside on this. So US30, I think this one, it left us. Maybe if we had a look at this one in the morning, we would have anticipated and prepared for the opportunity to the upside. But where it is right now, it has left us. If you find your own setups, if you do spot your setups there, then you should be getting a push towards the upside. If you spot your setups, for me personally, there's no setup for me here. If this does this, if this comes back down, if this retraces down to this zone, then from this area I would look for this, right? If it does that, if it retraces down, then I would look for something around this area. But if it just flies from where it is, then there wouldn't be a setup for me, right? I don't think I'm gonna get a setup. Yeah, if we looked at this in the morning, I think we would have planned around this buy. But it's fine. All right. Yeah. So yeah, things are not looking good at the moment. Yeah. No. Yeah. So Euro USD is still correcting. It hasn't broken out as yet. Still correcting. So we're just gonna wait for this. GBP USD still ranging. Nothing has happened. If it breaks below this, then it's gonna change. It's gonna change our view. All right. And then AUD JPY also still correcting. So we're just gonna wait a little bit. Euro JPY. We haven't found anything here. GBP JPY also. Yeah, everything is correcting at the moment, guys. Everything's correcting at the moment. So we just need to wait a little bit. I'm not sure if you guys are holding the gold shots you took last week. Or did you guys close? The gold shots you guys had from last week. You guys closed, né? Yeah, I think, yeah. Heading into the weekend, you guys should have closed, yeah. It closed. All right, so let's see what's going to happen with these setups. Euro USD, GBP USD. Let's see what's going to happen. If things change, obviously, we're going to have a look at the changes, right? So at the moment, we just have to wait. We just have to wait at the moment. We just have to wait at the moment. All right. Yeah, we're just waiting at the moment, right? Tomorrow there's gonna be more setups, new setups. So we're gonna look at new setups again. But we're not done for today. We are not done. This Euro AUD. I think I'm gonna keep an eye on it. Yeah, this Euro AUD, I think I'm gonna keep an eye on it. It would be good if this broke out first. Right? Then we're gonna look for our setups. But where it is right now, any buys from my side, I'm not looking at buys where it is right now. All right. Yeah, all we're doing now, we're waiting, guys. Right? We're waiting. Right now, usually what the market does, the market tends to, whenever a big event is due, like maybe tomorrow, right? You'd see the market pricing in, right? And as it prices in that, it might just, the volume might just go down a little bit before eventually it goes up, right? But what is driving the market right now is a lot of traders are looking at the Fed's hawkish tone. All right. So markets already pricing in a potential rate hike later this year, right? Following the last FOMC meeting. This has driven a USD breakout with the dollar index near recent highs. So the upcoming CPI will also be another key event this week, as well as the testimony by Kevin Wash. So today and tomorrow, and I think Wednesday, that's what markets will be looking out for. The US-Iran conflict is still there, right? Oil is just spiking up and down, volatile. The Iran and the US still going back and forth. Yeah, you guys know what's been happening, right? I think from my side, I think I'm tired of this war between the US and Iran, because they're just going back and forth. We don't have anything concrete. We thought the memorandum of understanding, the 60-day framework, will give us at least some, I don't know to say, some good news, but yeah, the memorandum is over, the ceasefire is over. So they're just going back and forth now, Yeah, so that one is still ongoing, all right? So this is basically what's happening. And with the charts at the moment, the price action, this is how things are looking, all right? So let's see, GBP JPY looking for some upside together with Euro JPY, with AUD JPY some upside. GBP USD, it's coming back to the zone, right? So let's see, Euro USD also just still within this correction, right? So if they change, then definitely gonna be out. So GBP USD, we'll just have to wait and see. AUD JPY also still standing by on that one. Euro JPY, keeping a close eye on it. All right. Yeah, so this is how things are looking so far, guys, right? Yeah, we just need to wait now. Observe, wait, get our setups. The direction is there. We just need to wait now, get our setups, and react from it. Right, react from it. Let's see, I think yeah, I don't think I left anything out. Looking at the chat right now, I don't think I left anything out. All right. All right. So guys, the 3 o'clock session on a Monday, things are a bit slow. Nothing is moving at the moment. I think from tomorrow, that's when things will start to move. All right, that's when things will start to move from tomorrow. Right now, the volumes are pretty low. Pretty low. Let's see. Bitcoin has been bearish actually the whole of today. Let me show you. It has been bearish the whole of today. And let me just open this chart here. Right. It's doing what Ethereum is doing. Remember, Ethereum, touched that top and then it's been going down. So BTC is doing what Ethereum is doing. So where BTC is going in the short term, it's going back down here. I'll show you just now. In the short term, BTC is going back down here, right? 6154, because it has bounced. So it's basically ranging here, right? It has bounced on that high. It's coming back down to 6153, 543, right? And then from there, if it breaks to the downside, there, then it will potentially go back to these lows. Yeah, if it breaks towards the downside, it will potentially go back to these lows. So Bitcoin, yeah, this is how it's looking at the moment, right? It's just in between. It's going back to 615. And this is also what Ethereum is doing. If you look at Ethereum, it bounced from the top, right? So let us have a look at the daily candle. Yeah. So this is what I'm talking about, guys, right? Look at the daily candle. It has broken below. So what we see here is that the daily candle has broken below. So if the daily candle closes like this, then we're going to see Ethereum going back down to 1713. All right. So Bitcoin and Ethereum right now, this is what they're doing. They are bearish, right? This has been a red day for them. So it closes below this, then we're likely going to see maybe a retest of this and then a continuation down. Right? So between BTC and Ethereum, I would look at Ethereum. Because the setup overall on Ethereum, I think is quite healthy than the BTC one. I would look at Ethereum. Also, it's coming back from the top. So a retest could give us something like this. Depending on what's going to happen here, something like this. Just a short move like this. Yeah. So that's what I would do. Between Ethereum and Bitcoin, the Bitcoin setup for me, it's just in the middle at the moment. Yeah, just in the middle. Unless it breaks this low. The low we spoke about, basically, unless it breaks that low. But it's basically in the middle. So that's how BTC is looking. That's how it's looking. All right. Great stuff. Cool. So ladies and gentlemen, like I said, it's just the Monday. Don't worry, we've got 4 more days to go. There are gonna be setups every now and then. Gonna be looking at some setups again tomorrow. But tomorrow we've got the CPI. Tomorrow we've got the CPI session. So do join us on our CPI at 2 p.m. Do join us at 2 p.m. on our CPI session. All right. And then, yeah, we're going to take it from there. Let me just do something here quickly, guys. I've seen I've been logged out. Yeah, there's definitely the 6 p.m. the 6 p.m. trading room as well. All right. So yeah, so we're going to end it here for this afternoon, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys learned. We are still keeping a close eye on these setups. All right. Still keeping a close eye on these setups. But hope you guys are enjoying so far. We're going to see again at 6 p.m. Let's see what happens at 6 p.m. again. And we'll take it from there. But tomorrow is the CPI. All right. Guys, have a good one. Have a good one. Enjoy. We'll catch you guys this afternoon or this evening. Right. Cheers.